Green Bay is one of the premier walleye fisheries right now in the United States, and I'm lucky enough to be fishing today with my son Mikey. In fact, we're going to be fishing the next couple days and kind of do a little bit different show. Many people know I fish tournaments for a living, and Mikey and I are going to be fishing a tournament coming up this weekend. So we're going to try and figure out a pattern to fish tournaments next weekend. Now, tournament fishing is a little bit different. We won't stay and beat up on any of the fish if we do find some good ones. We're going to be looking for a good size fish, not just small fish. So it'll be a little bit different. I'm suspecting we're going to be mainly doing open water spinner fishing. I'm suspecting we're going to be catching suspended fish. But I tell you what, we're going to take you along, show you how we figure things out to get the next bite.
As one of the most respected walleye fishermen on the professional tournament circuit, Mike Kavajecz knows how important it is to use everything you have at your disposal to break down a body of water to pattern schools of walleye. Although fundamentally there is no substitute for hard practice, with tournament pre-fishing there sometimes isn't more than just a few days to learn new water. However, if you know what to look for on your electronics, techniques like speed searching can get an angler started more quickly on breaking down a big body of water, like here on Green Bay.
Let me stop this chart. I was moving along fairly fast and I saw something that's pretty interesting. I've got a split screen mode here. Here's zoomed in, here's the regular mode. But over here you see this is a big cloud of bait fish. You can tell it's bait fish because it kind of looks fuzzy. It's way too big for a fish itself. Sitting right next to them clouds of bait fish, here's one mark, here's another mark, here's a fish down on the bottom. So there's some activity here. And a lot of times when I'm starting to figure out a body of water or where I want to fish for a tournament, I spend a lot of time just driving around looking for things like this. You know, we're sitting out here in 21 feet of water, starting to see some life and activity. It's real important. There's a ton of water in Green Bay. If you just set up and start trolling out here, you're just not putting the odds in your favor. By driving around, looking carefully, you know, at the bottom, looking for bait fish, looking for the walleyes or the arcs that you'd like to see, that's what's going to put you on fish quickly and make you spend your time real productively out here. Look at this one, bent the whole rod right over. That looks like a better one. Nice and easy with them. A lot of times when you first get them on there, you don't want to force them too much because that hook is just stuck in them a little. It's nice, steady reeling. Holy man, it's like surfing up here. I think we got this nice big back deck to stand on. All right, there you go. I'll get the net for you. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Good fish. A little further, Mike. Oh yeah, there's more like what we're looking for. That's a better fish. There's a longer fish. Oh, that triple grip holds him good. There we go, a little bit longer fish. It could be a little beefier, I would say. Need some more beef on him to be a good tournament fish, but we'll take him. Good one. Getting back in the waves here. There he goes. Took him a little bit, but he knew which way to go. All right, with these open water fish, the next thing we have to figure out is what level in the water column that they're actually biting at. Looking at my depth finder, I'm seeing fish anywhere from right down at the bottom to suspended even halfway up in the water column. But the other thing to remember is that open water fish will eat in an upward direction. So especially with this fairly clear water, we should be able to fish above them and they'll swim up and get our baits. So what we have to do with spinners is obviously a spinner can't pull itself down to a depth. So what we have to use is some kind of weight. I've chosen inline weights today, meaning it's tied right in line. Since we're fishing 20 feet and less, I'm using a fairly light one. I'm just using half-ounce inline weights. But what affects how deep it's going to be, or how deep this bait is running, is how much line I let out. So what I'm having me and Mikey do is kind of stagger our lines. Since, again, I really don't know what depth they're biting at. I'm going to put some out at 20 down, 30 down, 40 down, 50 down. Stagger our depths and cover different parts of that water column. Then hopefully as we start to get bites, we can home in on the zone that they're biting in and figure out the pattern for the day. Look at here, middle board. Feels like a good fish, Mike. There you go. Let's try and bring it inside all the other ones. How does it feel?
Pretty good.
40 back, so that'd bring it down maybe 10 feet or so. The half-ounce inline weight. Board for you, huh?
Yeah.
Well, he's going all the way across. He's gonna go over and visit the other boards here. How's he feel there, Mike?
Pretty good.
Better than I thought. Let me get him for you. Better than I thought. Man, he's a nice, pretty fish. I've got it down here, just right here. Grab them pliers for me there, Mike. Should be able to get it out real easy. There, I got it. Not too bad. Yeah, let's just get a quick measurement on him here. 23 and a half, almost 24 inches. So that's starting to get to be the size that we need for the tournament. Nice one. Put him right back here. There we go. Oh yeah, no problems. No problem.
The real deal. Straight talk to make you a better fisherman. Brought to you by Bass Pro Shops.
What we're using out here in Green Bay is open water spinners, and we tie our own because there's some special stuff I want to use out here. So I'll show you exactly what I'm using. Start out with about a 6-foot piece of fluorocarbon leader material. Fluorocarbon, of course, is very clear. I can go all the way up to 15-pound test because it is so clear. That makes it real durable, especially if you're fishing anywhere close to the bottom out here. There's a lot of zebra mussels, which can nick up your line. Next thing I'm going to add on is a treble hook. Where we're finding all these fish in June here is suspended, so I'm trying not to fish close to the bottom, so there's really no reason not to use a treble hook. The thing is that it seems like a lot of the fish are biting on that back hook, so one that holds on real good like a triple grip is good. I'm using a number 6 triple grip. They're fairly light wire, so it's going to give the crawler a much more natural look. But because they have that inward bend, once the fish does get on, they hold on real well. I'm tying this on just with a regular old improved clinch knot. Once I have that on, then the hook that I'm going to use above that is just simply a regular bait holder or octopus beak hook. This is an ultra point hook. About a size number 2 is what I like to use. I leave about a 3-inch gap between the top of the treble hook and the bottom of the beak hook there. What I tie on this one is a snell knot. Simply string my line through, start at the eyelet, wrap down about 10 or 11 times, and then I just go up through the eye. So snell hook's a very nice knot because it doesn't slip at all. You can position it right in the right place. So that's our hooks that we're going to use. Now the next thing we're going to add on is our beads and our blades, and I kind of got those laid out here because I'm using a variety of them. But in general, what's working best for us is either a purple and white or a gold body. And then I'm using fairly aggressive blades out here. It is summertime, trying to draw these fish in from quite a ways. I'm either using the hatchet blades in either the big size or the medium size here, or I'm using Colorado blades in all the way up to number 5s, sometimes a number 4 here. And just using the little quick change clevises so that I can pop them in and pop them off and on and change them around and experiment with them. But very aggressive blades because I think you need to draw those fish in. So let me just quick slide one together here and then I'll show you how to hook up the crawler. You know, I'll just take a purple body here, string that on, then you put on your clevis. Okay, and then we'd add on a blade. I think I'll take one of these big hatchets because they've been good. Okay, so here's your whole setup. And I'm going to show you how to hook on the crawler because that's kind of important too. So that's what we're going to draw them in with. As far as the crawler, You want to pick a nice lively crawler, a fairly big crawler out here. Not a super long one, but a nice plump fat one. And it's very important then to hook the first hook right in the tip of the nose, and then this treble hook, we hook in down around the collar of the crawler. Just that off-colored part of the crawler, just kind of pluck it in forward. So there's our setup. The old blade's gonna spin around, draw them in. When they get there, hopefully they like the color of the blade, the color of the body, or this nice chewy crawler, and we get a walleye.
The wind is laid down quite a bit since earlier, and the hot summer sun is now in full effect. So far, Keith and Mike have had some pretty good success in determining some consistent depths and speeds for trolling planer boards and open water spinner systems for suspended walleye. Tournament pre-fishing can be hard work with not much time to spare, but with the right methodology for building a pattern, even structureless deep water, like here on Green Bay, can be fished strategically.
Pretty good fish. Kind of grab them right under the belly if you can. You got him there, Mike? Oh yeah, that's a nicer one. Chunky soup. That's a good fish. Fat one. He is a fat one. Good job landing him. Felt a little big too because that treble hook swung around. Nice. Probably 20, 23, 24. Maybe a 4-pounder. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Certainly biting here, but I think we're gonna reel up everything and move to a different spot, see if we can find some bigger fish.
Hot Topics. Leading edge techniques and tackle designed to put more fish in your boat. Brought to you by thenextbite.com.
This week's Hot Topics has to do with the little goodies I've got for you. The Bass Pro Shops XPS lineup of walleye spinners have been fantastic. Those holographic blades have caught thousands and thousands of walleyes, but there's been a demand for some new colors. These are the color samples. Some pretty cool ones. We've got a little bit of a purple with a pearl silver background here. Look at that one. Talk about a really cool color. That's going to be really a good one. Orange and silver, the stuff that the guys have been asking for. Also what we've done, Keith and I have actually had Bass Pro Shops lighten the blade up a little bit, made the metal a little bit thinner, a lot easier for the spin on the blade itself. So look for the new blades. They're coming soon here to the stores. Another really neat little deal that we found is this quick change clevis. The quick change clevises that have been on the market before have been all made out of plastic. And if you'd be fighting a big fish or getting a fish thrashing around the net, a lot of times your spinner blade would get flung right off that plastic clevis and you'd lose your best blade. Sometimes you get these pet blades that really work good. Well, this metal clevis basically solves that problem. It's a real simple little deal. They spin just really easy. And actually this is a pretty cool little deal. All you gotta do is pull it out and take the clasp off. You can clip your blade on, push it back onto the metal clevis, and they're gonna stay there. So when that fish fights and thrashes around, you're not gonna be losing your favorite blade. So look for those also. By the time you see this show, those will be on the store shelves too. So some pretty neat little things. You wanna talk about hot topics? Those are some hot topics.
Holy man, look at that board. Go ahead, grab it. Oh, the board's off. Is the fish still on there?
Yeah.
Man, he hit it so hard, it just, it's unbelievable.
Some big fish.
That was kind of a high line too. Bring up your drag just a little. Okay, nice and steady now. This could be the size we need to do good in tournaments right here. Man, that's a good fish. Got the right rod bend.
Staying down deep.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's always a great sign. I'm gonna get the net for you. Gotta be almost here, isn't it?
Says 12 feet, but.
Oh, there he is. He's a good one too, Mike. Oh, man, is that a good one? Come on, Mikey, bring him a little further. A little further. Here he comes. I got him. I got him. Nice fish. Now that is what we're looking for. That's the kind of fish that can win tournaments right there. No doubt about it. Big old long female. Oh, the hatchet blade again. Look at that silver hatchet. Purple body here. Boy, look at that. Got that single hook right here.
It's in there. Good. You got them pliers, Mike? Shouldn't be too bad to get this out. There, I got it. And I tell you what, this is what pre-fishing is all about. You know, we caught a bunch of big fish. We developed a pattern. I know what to look for on my depth finder to know where these fish are, but we actually found a spot now with a bunch of bait fish and at least one big one. We aren't going to spend any more time here because if there's one here, there's probably more. But now that's what we're looking for here at Green Bay. Tournament winning fish.
Always scary. Mikey's a good driver.
That's all you got.
What an animal, huh? That's quite the beauty. Welcome to TNB, all weather, all the time. Current forecast is, I think it's gonna rain. I think it's gonna rain a lot. Maybe a little lightning, some thunder, but for sure rain. So this crew is heading in. For TNB, I'm Keith Kavajecz.
The next bite would like to thank Sand Bay Beach Resort, featuring Door County's largest private sand beach and world-class walleye and smallmouth fishing. For more information, contact Dale Stroshine at the number below or visit them on the web.